Hey guys, welcome back to another quick form video. In today's video, we're talking about basically how AT&T is getting dusted and Verizon is getting dusted by T-Mobile. So yeah, T-Mobile looks like they're leaving AT&T and Verizon in the dust when it comes to 5G. I believe that's both in coverage and speed. So that's pretty good news for a T-Mobile out there. So like I said, out of all the carriers, I think T-Mobile is the one that's actually pushing more technology and better things for their customers. So I do give them that much. So it says Ookla has just published its latest market report, revealing where U.S. Mobile carriers and smartphone manufacturers stand in terms of providing the best 5G and 4G LTE speeds. So of course, this is by digitaltrends.com. Check them out, but I will always give you my opinions on this, on these articles, guys. And I think it's big news because now, especially now, guys, as you know, everything's going faster and more digital. It's been going like this for years, so it's nice to see that some carriers are actually trying to keep up with the time. So T-Mobile, of course, you know, people are working from home. You know, they're uploading videos like these, or just, you know, out and about. They need fast, reliable speeds to be connected to the network, and like I said, to upload their work documents or videos or whatever they're doing. So it's pretty nice. So it says, not surprisingly, T-Mobile remains on the top spot during the fourth quarter of 2022, eclipsing its rivals when it comes to median download speeds. What may be more surprising is that T-Mobile has increased its lead, clocking in at 151.37 megabits per second overall, and 216.56 for 5G. Whoa. That's pretty fast, guys. I mean, you're getting there to like cable company speeds, you know, if you have lower tiers. Of course, there's fiber and everything, you can get more than that, but you know, back in the day, that was really fast for your home internet. So shout outs to, you know, to T-Mobile. It says breaking the 200 barrier for median 5G speeds across all bands for its first time. So like I said, I like to see companies improve, guys. If they're improving in pricing, speeds, phones they have, they're improving something. So it's nice to see, like I said, T-Mobile is really doing a good job. Now, I think out of these three guys that we're talking, AT&T is probably going to be the worst when it comes to 5G, especially coverage. Their 5G coverage is trash, basically. I would say Verizon. So it's going to be T-Mobile's first, Verizon, and then dead last probably be AT&T when it comes to the 5G coverage. I'm not talking about speeds, but coverage, at least here in the eastern part of the United States. So it says AT&T and Verizon still saw some modest performance gains during the quarter, coming in at 65.57 and 69.01. Ooh. But it's obvious they haven't come close to catching up to T-Mobile, and that is for sure. I mean, T-Mobile is almost tripling, you know, the speeds that their competitors, which, like I said, it's AT&T and Verizon, even can hope to achieve one day. So shout out to T-Mobile. Like I said, they're here to play. Man, they're not, you know, letting off the gas. So shout out to them. It says T-Mobile pulls even farther ahead. So let's see. So it says despite its earlier lead, it's clear the Un-carrier hasn't been resting. So like I said, T-Mobile's been really pushing these stuff, man. T-Mobile has continued to expand its ultra capacity 5G network to bring faster speeds to more people. The faster and better version of T-Mobile's 5G now covers 260 million people, and the company plans to expand that to 300 million. 90% of the U.S. population by the end of this year. So like I said, man, they have some big goals that they want to achieve, and I think they can do it. T-Mobile also recently played another ace it was holding. Basically, it was repurposing some older 1.9 gigahertz PCS spectrum and added an additional layer to its ultra capacity 5G service. So like I said, the engineers in T-Mobile must be paid pretty good because these people are smart. These 1.9 gigahertz frequencies were once used by T-Mobile's predecessor, which of course Voice Stream Wireless PCS, to provide 2G and 3G services. But as most customers move to 5G, basically 3G, there's no more need for that, guys. This, of course, was low band 800 megahertz spectrum. So It says, nevertheless, the results speak for themselves. Of course, T-Mobile overall download speeds jumped by an impressive 30% from 116.14 in the third quarter of 2022 to 151. Ooh, big jump in. Like I said, that's a big jump in speed. Just to download some files, it would help cut down the time tremendously. So it says, while the increase was less when it comes to pure 5G speeds, 193.06 to 216, or only 12%. So their 5G speeds didn't see much of an improvement there, but their overall probably 4G speeds did see a big jump in speed. You know, it's 30% versus 12 on 5G, which still 5G is of course newer than 4G. So I do kind of, I do understand what they're doing there. Sorry. It says, as usual, Verizon was in second place, like I was telling you, but remains a pretty distant second. So they're saying, you know, Verizon's in second place, but they're pretty behind. Their download speed was 69.01, and it could be through congestion as well, guys. I mean, Verizon is the biggest network here in the United States. Of course, with AT&T being second and T-Mobile being third. So it could be just a bunch of congestion, because congestion does have something to do with the speeds, guys. So there's more people on the network, you will get slower speeds. It just causes traffic. So this is a 16% increase from its previous 59.67. Wow. While 5G speeds grew by only 6.8% from 119.8 to 127.95 in the fourth quarter. So, and then of course AT&T was just behind Verizon for overall download speed, clocking in a 65.57, up from a 54.64. Whoa! So they only got like a 5G or a 5% increase to their 5G, which, you know. And of course, mid-band coverage remains key. This is another thing. It doesn't matter how much speed you're getting if you can't get coverage or, you know, signal. Basically, it's not really worth it. Really, you know, everybody says it's ultra wideband, but dude, if it's only available in one block in one city in the United States, you know, per example, I'm just giving you, not really worth it. It's better when they expand. So that mid-band coverage is definitely key, like they're talking about. So they're saying that's the driving force behind the growth of cellular speeds across the US, while 4G/LTE speeds have been somewhat stagnant over the past few years. I think most people are kind of done with 4G. They're really pushing that 5G. So they want to, you know, upgrade those towers to 5G towers, put new towers, upgrade speeds and everything. So it says Verizon gained a considerable boost earlier last year when it was finally able to deploy its new mid-grade C-band spectrum. However, the numbers show that things have mostly stabilized for the carrier since then. Now, AT&T has also purchased a chunk of the spectrum, but the carrier has been much more conservative in rolling it out only in a few cities. And that's what I was talking about. AT&T, guys, to me, it's not really a 5G carrier. Like I said, unless you live in that area. But overall, nationwide coverage from 5G, not there just yet. So, says, however, this may soon change in AT&T's case, and we sure hope so. It says, while Verizon put all of its resources in deploying its initial C-band spectrum, which wasn't surprising considering it paid $45 billion. Ooh. AT&T has hedged its bets with some less controversial mid-band spectrum, and it only has begun to roll it out. So says AT&T numbers start to rise more significantly by the time next market research report. So hopefully they are, because like I said, AT&T needs this boost, guys. They definitely need some speed boosts. And basically, here's some of the states that they kind of did this research on. As you can see, there's the speeds and everything. So, and Ookla is pretty good. Now I'm gonna skip some of this boring stuff. Let's just get to the fastest smartphones. So it says they also tested out the phones. So here it is, guys. The Galaxy Z Fold 4, Samsung. Their download was 147.25. The upload was 13.95, and then there's latency. The Pixel 7 Pro what had 137.11. The upload was better at 15. The iPhone 14 Pro Max had 133.84, and the upload was 15.34. So as you can see, the Galaxy Z Fold 4 definitely outshined everybody. The Pro had 130.14, and the 22 Ultra had 124.83. So that was the loser out of all these guys. But overall, I mean, they're still decent speed. So I'm guessing it's the 5G chipsets that Samsung is using in their phones. I mean, it's just a little bit better, especially on the Fold 4. So pretty cool, guys. That's just a little quick video. What do you guys think? Is this something you guys enjoyed? And let me know. What do you think? I mean, shout outs to T-Mobile. They're really kicking butt out there. So check them out.